Hi, my name is Ginger, and today I will be guiding you through a 30-minute yoga for the heart class. Let's go ahead and get started in child's pose. Bring the toes together, knees as wide as you'd like, and sink the hips down towards the heels, maybe towards a block, beginning to walk the hands out and melting the chest, the forehead down towards the earth. And connecting with the breath here and sending it to the back of your heart space, just between the shoulder blades. Notice this ballooning of the belly as you inhale and the softening as you exhale. Notice any sounds that you can hear outside or inside of the room, and just acknowledge them without judgment, but see if you can bring that attention inward to the sounds of the body, maybe listening so closely inward that you can hear your heart beating, this vital life force. And when you're ready, go ahead and lift the chest. Continue walking the hands out forward. We're going to come into puppy pose, melting the chest down once again towards the earth. Keep the hips raised. Maybe you find a block here under the forehead or under the chest. But again, sending your breath to the back of the heart space. Walking the hands back underneath you, coming into a tabletop position. Hands below the shoulders, knees below the wrists. And taking a few cat-cows here. As you inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, open the chest, and lift your gaze. Exhale, rounding in the back, pull the belly button to your spine. Inhale, trace a vertical line with the nose coming up into cow. And exhale, tracing a line down with the nose for cat. And continuing this on your own breathing, let your breath guide your movement. And maybe you find this freedom to veer off the railroad tracks. Take the shoulders and the hips in circles. Maybe you sink back towards child's pose again. Moving in a way that your body is craving today. And then meeting back in this neutral position, really pressing through all 10 fingertips, pressing through the tops of the feet, and making our way to lay on our tummies. Go ahead and walk the left arm out long, bring the right hand underneath the right shoulder, bend the right knee, bringing the heel towards the glute, and then rocking over the left. Maybe placing your right foot on the ground or on a block. And notice the sensation in the left side of the chest. Go ahead and rock back through. This time, walk your right arm out long, bring your left hand under the left shoulder, bend in the left knee, and roll over the right hip. Go ahead and make your way back through center. Bringing the forearms underneath the chest, parallel to each other. So coming into a Sphinx pose, tops of the feet pressing through the earth, legs are engaged, kneecaps lifting to hover, and then shining your chest forward, tuck the chin. A couple big breaths here. Maybe you imagine a green light right at your heart center. And with every inhale you take, it grows a little brighter. And squeeze the shoulder blades together, creating space between the shoulders and the ears. And then curling the back toes under. Use your next exhale to press up, finding your plank position. So maybe you lift up onto the knees. Maybe you lift the knees to hover, coming up on the toes. And taking a few breaths here, continue pressing into all 10 fingertips, pulling the low ribs in. And embrace the sensation, embrace the shakes. One more big breath in, fill up the lungs. And exhale, lowering back down. Inhale, making your way through tabletop or plank, and with your exhale, finding downward facing dog. Peeling the hips up, and taking a deep bend in the knees as we get started. Rotating the arms so the elbow creases face towards the front of the mat, and the upper back broadens. And again, knitting the ribs in. And maybe beginning to pedal the heels down towards the earth. You might rock the hips from side to side. And connect with your breath here. And go ahead and find stillness. And taking a few breaths. Just to notice the sensations of this posture. And as you're ready, taking tiny, teeny baby steps, moving nice and slow, we'll meet in a forward fold at the front of our mat. And again here, taking a generous bend in the knees, allowing the chest to melt towards the thighs. You might nod your head yes, shake it back and forth no. And just softening in the neck, let the head hang heavy. On your next inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale to bow back down to forward fold. And same thing here, this time halfway lift, maybe reach your fingers behind you, airplane arms, shoulder blades squeezed together. Exhale, folding forward. One more time, inhale, lifts us halfway, airplane arms. And exhale to fold. Rooting through all four corners of the feet. On your next breath in, rolling up to standing, vertebrae by vertebrae. Taking it nice and slow, allowing your head to come up last. Maybe taking a shoulder roll or two to the back when you arrive. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead, pinkies forward, thumbs back. And as you exhale, cactus the arms, open the chest, gaze towards the sky. Inhale, reaches us back up tall. And exhale, swan dive the arms down, find your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, airplane arms. And exhale to fold. Plant the hands, step the feet back, find your version of plank. And maybe going through a vinyasa here. Inhale to rock forward. Exhale, bend the elbows, hug the arms against the side body, chaturanga. Flip the feet, engage the legs. Inhale, open the chest for baby cobra or maybe upward dog. And then as you exhale, curl the toes under, send the hips up and back, meeting in a downward dog. A few breaths here just to recenter. And from here, root the left heel down, kick the right heel high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, shift it forward. Plant the foot, lowering the back heel, and we'll lift up to warrior one. Maybe your arms reach up high. Maybe they come to your heart center. Wherever you are, check to make sure the hips, the front knee, and the front toes are all pointed forward. Think cat with a tummy. Decrease the space between the ribs and the hips. Maintain this openness in the chest. Big breath in, reach up high. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the chest. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, lower the hands down, interlace your fingers behind you. Maybe you fist bump yourself behind the back, or maybe your palms come towards the low back, fingers facing down. Big breath in, open and lift the chest. Exhale, hinge at the hips, find your humble warrior, gazing towards the back toes. And taking a few breaths here. Continue grounding through the feet, finding your stability. And on your next inhale, slowly making our way back up, reach the arms up high. Exhale, pinch the hands down in front of you. We'll step the right foot back to meet the left, maybe taking a vinyasa, meeting in a downward facing dog. Pedal the heels out here. And this time, root through the right heel. Inhale, kick the left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, send it forward. Plant the foot, lower the back heel, and on your next breath in, lift the chest, find your warrior one. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the chest. Inhale, reaching up high. And exhale, hands come to the low back. Opening up on your next breath in, chest lifts. Exhale, hinge at the hips, finding your humble warrior, gazing towards the right toes. Use your next inhale to slowly lift back up, find your warrior one. Exhale, paint the hands down. Step the left foot back to meet the right, maybe taking a vinyasa here, meeting in downward dog. And from this downward dog, inhale, come up on the toes, bend the knees, gaze forward. Exhale, make your way to your forward fold. Inhale, lifts us halfway, find those airplane arms. And exhale to fold. Rooting through all four corners of the feet. Inhale, reaching up high. Exhale, bend the elbows, open the chest, cactus the arms. Inhale to reach back up. And exhale, finding again your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, bend the knees, sink the hips down, and on your next breath in, lift the chest, find your chair pose. Maybe the arms come up high, maybe they're out in front of you, or again, maybe taking those airplane arms. Find your breathing, knitting the low ribs in, strong glutes, strong thighs, shoulders pulling together. And then shifting your weight towards the right foot, lift the left foot to hover just a couple inches off the ground. And take a few breaths here. Find that stability through your right foot. And when you're ready, go ahead and send the left foot back, coming into your warrior one. Inhale, reaches the arms up high. Exhale to cactus the arms. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, bringing the hands to the low back. We'll come into a humble warrior. Inhale, open and lifts the chest. Exhale, hinging forward. Use your next inhale to come back up to standing. Reach up high, warrior one. And exhale, make your way to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, airplane arms. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees, sink the hips down, and inhale, lifting up, find your chair pose. And taking a few grounding breaths here. And shifting your weight to the left foot, lift the right foot to hover just an inch or two. Maybe finding a focal point out of you to help you maintain your balance. And then when you're ready, send the right foot back, find your warrior one. Big breath in, reach the arms up high. Exhale, cactus the arms, pinkies forward, thumbs back. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands come to the low back. Big breath in, open and lift the chest, and exhale, hinging into your humble warrior, gaze towards the back toes. On your next breath in, lifting back up, reach for the sky. And exhale, step the right foot to meet the left, coming into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, airplane arms. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, step it back to plank. Optional vinyasa here, meeting in a down dog. And from our downward dog, go ahead and lower the knees down. Walking the hands out forward. Once again, find your puppy pose. Notice if this feels any different than it did when we took it at the beginning. Continue sending your breath just between the shoulder blades. And then shifting your weight forward. Forearms stay parallel. Lowering the legs down, lowering the hips, and we'll open and lift the chest, shining the heart space forward for Sphinx pose. Tuck the chin, extending through the crown of the head. All 10 fingertips pressing through the earth. Legs are engaged, knees are hovering. And again, shrugging the shoulders away from the ears. Go ahead and curl the toes under. Pressing up, find your plank option, again, to come up on the knees, or maybe lifting the knees to hover.
Find your power, find your strength. And remembering to be compassionate with yourself. So taking any options that your body is calling for, know that one option isn't better than the rest. And on your next exhale, go ahead and lower the hips down. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, flip the feet, engage the legs, kneecaps lift, and on your inhale, opening up, find your baby cobra. Exhale to lower down. Same thing here. Inhale, lift the chest, baby cobra. Maybe the hands come to hover just an inch or two. Tuck the chin. Exhale, lower down. Walk the hands out past the width of the mat. And on your inhale, lifting up for wide arm cobra. Maybe tint the palms, come up on the fingertips. Exhale to lower back down. Same thing here. Inhale lifts us up, wide arm cobra. Exhale, dip the left shoulder down, take your gaze to the right. Inhale lifts us through center. Exhale, dip the right shoulder down, gaze left. Inhale, lifting through wide arm cobra. And exhale to lower. Inhale sends us up through tabletop. And with our exhale, we'll find a child's pose. Send the hips back. We'll flow through this one more time on each side. From our child's pose, curl the toes under and use your next exhale to peel the hips up for downward facing dog. Rooting through the left heel, inhale, kick the right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, send it forward, knee to nose, plant the foot, back heel lowers. Inhale, lifting the chest for warrior one. Exhale, cactus the arms, big breath out. Inhale, lifting back up, warrior one. Exhale, lower the hands. Inhale, open and lift the chest, prepare for humble warrior. And exhale, hinge forward, arms reaching high. Right away, next inhale brings us back up, warrior one, reach for the sky. Exhale, paint the hands down, step the right foot back to meet the left. Optional vinyasa, take it or leave it. We'll meet in a downward dog. And from this downward dog, root through the right heel. Inhale, kick the left heel high. Exhale, send it forward, knee to nose. Plant the foot, lower the back heel, and inhale lifts us up to warrior one. Exhale to cactus the arms, open the chest. Inhale, reaching high. Exhale, arms lower, interlace the fingers, prepare for humble warrior. Inhale, open and lift the chest. Exhale to hinge forward, gaze towards the back toes. Inhale sends us right back up, reach for the sky. Exhale, paint the hands down. Left foot steps back to meet the right. And one last optional vinyasa, meeting in our downward dog. And from our downward facing dog, go ahead and lower the knees. Walking the hands back towards the body, lifting up onto your knees. If this is uncomfortable to you at all, maybe you fold the mat in half. Maybe you bring a blanket underneath the knees. And curling the toes under if you'd like, preparing for camel pose. Bringing your palms to the low back, fingers facing down. And from here, engage the legs, squeeze the glutes. Open and lift the chest. Begin to gaze up towards the sky. And stopping wherever is comfortable to you. Keeping the hips stacked over the knees. Maybe you continue to shine the chest up towards the sky, leaning back. And eventually you might reach back and grab your heels. Again, maintaining this engagement in the glutes to keep the hips stacked over the knees. Option to lower your gaze, open the throat. Maintaining this strong core here to protect the low back. And as you're ready, making your way out of it the same way you came in. Head comes up first. And then flipping the feet, send the hips towards the heels. We're gonna take a rabbit pose. So kind of like a child's pose, but bring your knees close together. And then lowering your head, the crown of your head down towards the mat. Maybe walking the forehead towards the knees. You can also find a block here under the head. And with your next exhale, see if you can send the hips up towards the sky, really rounding in the back to counter that back bend in camel pose. We'll lower the hips down and lifting back up to seated. Maybe take a shoulder roll to the back. And then as you're ready, send the hips over to the side. Shins come out from under you. We'll walk the feet in front and making your way to lay on your back, soles of the feet planted towards the ground. And preparing for bridge pose, go ahead and inch the heels towards the body so that you can graze them with your fingertips. And pressing through the hands, pressing through the feet. On your next breath in, lifting the hips to hover. And again, continue pressing through the hands and the feet, reaching your chest towards your chin towards the sky, maybe inching your shoulders underneath the chest. Option here to interlace the fingers underneath the back and pressing through the arms. Strong glutes, strong core. One more big breath in. And exhale to lower slowly, seeing if you can land evenly on your hips. And go ahead and hug the knees in towards the chest. We'll rock a little side to side. And then continue hugging the right knee in, extend the left leg out long. Maybe rolling your ankles out a little bit here. And then crossing your left hand to the outside of the right thigh. Guide your knee towards the left. Maybe hug the right knee in one last time. And then switching feet, send the right leg out long, hug the left knee in towards the left armpit. Maybe taking some ankle rolls on this side. And then bringing your right hand to the outside of the left thigh, guide it over towards the right, gazing towards the left. As you're ready, making your way out of this.
Taking any final poses that you'd like, maybe coming into a happy baby, shining the soles of the feet towards the sky, and grabbing at the shins, maybe the outsides or the insides of the feet, and guiding your knees towards the outside edges of the mat, working to keep your tailbone rooted towards the earth. Maybe rocking from side to side, bend one. Let your baby play. And then as you're ready, lowering the feet down towards the ground, extending them out long, coming into your final resting pose, Shavasana, bringing the arms out towards the sides, palms facing up. Or maybe you bring the left hand to the heart center, right hand to the tummy, and bringing your awareness back to your breath, releasing any control of it, and just passively observing the natural flows of your inhales and exhales, maybe finding your heartbeat once again. Visualize your beating heart, sending this oxygenated blood all throughout the body. Maybe with each inhale, you imagine this green light right at your heart center, charging brighter. And eventually that green light grows so bright that it encompasses your whole body like this shining, glowing aura of love, of compassion. You're welcome to stay here for as long as you'd like, but whenever you're ready to continue with your day, begin to deepen your breathing, finding gentle movements in the fingers and the toes, and keeping the eyes closed if possible. Make your way to lay on your most comfortable side, coming into a fetal position. And then as you're ready, use your hands to press yourself up from the ground, allowing your head to come up last, and finding a comfortable seated position. Maybe taking a shoulder roll to the back once you arrive, and finding length in the spine. And thank you so much for joining me and sharing your practice with me. The light, the love, the compassion in me sees and appreciates that in each of you. Namaste.